everyone. I'm Sabina Persson from Custellence, and you're very welcome to this episode of the vidcast CX Minutes. It's 6 questions, 6 minutes, and it's all about customer experience. So this is a series of episodes where we bring you actionable insights, practical know-how, and personal stories from top professionals, all in just 6-ish minutes. And joining me today is Sara Ek from Adlibris. A warm welcome, Sara. How are you?
Hey, thank you so much for inviting me.
So we're going to jump into the questions and we're going to talk about the customer-centric culture. But first of all, or basically my first question to you is, who are you and what do you do?
Yes, so the short answer is that I am a journalist from the beginning, but then I went more and more into the more broader perspective of
Mm,
communication. And from communication, that led me to customer experience.
mm,
So for the last a little bit more than 10 years, I've been working in customer experience and within
right.
SaaS businesses and subscription businesses,
Mm,
and since 3 years now in the e-commerce business. At
yes. At Adlibris, yeah. Okay, and how do you define, we're going to talk about customer-centric culture. So how do you define a customer-centric culture?
Well, the easy answer is, and most companies today, they have it in their company values, and a
Mm,
lot of companies talk about customer experience being
yeah.
really important, but that's more like the makeup, I would say.
Mm,
Uh,
the
because talking
facade or
about
something.
culture, yeah, talking about culture, it's more what's in the walls, if you say
Yeah.
so. So, and I was thinking, what is the um, common theme? I would say
Mm.
it's curiosity, a genuine
Ah.
curiosity, and that can, if you will explain it in actions, that is that you are testing a lot and you are learning a lot. You have
Mm,
a continuous improvement culture,
mm,
and that should also influence everything you do. So it could
mm,
both like the hard things like processes, goals, and
mm.
KPIs, so the structure of the
Yeah.
company, but it's also a lot about the mindset, both
Yeah.
encourage the mindset of the curiosity within the everyone working there.
Mm. Good. Yeah, good. And actually really interesting with curiosity.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with that as well. So could you explain one way that your work connects, you to your customers?
Yeah, if I'm talking about me personally, I recently changed my position because I used
Mm.
to work as customer experience lead, and
Yep.
now I'm responsible for the learning and development,
Ah.
work with people and culture, so it's really related to culture. Uh,
Mm.
that means that I'm taking like I'm always like one step away from the customer, so I'm mostly working
Yeah.
to coaching and supporting the people that actually works with the customers,
Yeah.
and that it fits into the learning and testing environment.
Mm.
So I would say like I'm always in collaboration with business owners or
Mm.
managers or specialists that meet customers in different channels.
Yeah.
Um, but I would say also that I'm trying to still keep in touch with the customers. So, for example, in the pipeline right now,
Mm.
I'm looking for use case how to create an like AI assistant for customer and market insights uh,
Mm.
to have
Oh,
it as a
interesting.
learning tool within the
Yeah.
company. So,
Wow.
yeah, unfortunately not as close to the customers as I used to be, but it's really fun to be coaching as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. And it's basically just one step behind or one step
Oh,
sort of
yeah, and I'm
apart.
always interested in everything, so I'm like sort of everywhere in the business
Mm.
way.
Mm. It's that curiosity, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a journalist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, how do your teams in your organization? Maybe you already sort of touched upon this, but how do teams in your organization work together to create better customer experiences, would you say?
Yeah, I would say that Adlibris has come quite far because we work with
Mm.
the Agile framework, and we've
Yep.
been doing that for the last 3 years at least.
Hmm.
And it's a continuously improvement as well, how to
Yeah.
do that. But you have the cross-functional teams and less silos.
Mm.
Um, I would also say that besides the more structural part of it, I would also say to reward and really use the internal ambassadors for what we talk about, the curiosity and the learning mindset. So use the people for internal change agents, and give them the possibilities environment to be creative, and to be explorative and work as change agents in the business. So agile framework and internal ambassadors, I would say.
Got it. Got it. Okay. And what can organizations gain from working customer-centric, in your opinion?
Well,
leading question.
I don't know if you have time for this. No, of course, I'm a true believer. So it's really hard to just say one thing or keep it short. But I think most people watching this already know in many areas why it's so important and how we can improve your business. But also one thing I don't think we talk about enough is like the employee branding part of it. Because today, to attract the talents that you need, especially now with the AI revolution, having this kind of way of working and being customer-centric for real and the more innovative culture, that is a must to attract the right people in the future. So that is also really important.
Yeah, big thing. Yeah. And last but not least, do you have only one piece of advice that you would share on this topic? If there's, one thing that you'd give us as advice, what would that be?
Well, I saw a previous speaker who cheated a bit, so I'm cheating too.
That's okay.
I have more than one. Okay. But so the first is to speak the same language as the receiver, as well as in customer experience. When you talk with internal stakeholders, you can't win them over in the same concept. You can't keep talking about the customer obsession. So maybe use numbers when you talk with the CIO, finance. Talk about customer satisfaction with the customer service, or maybe talking innovation terms when you talk with product management, for example. So that is one lesson I've learned the hard way myself. But also find your peers. That's really important for myself to get the energy, because you can't do it alone. That means that you can't be let go of the prestige and don't be competitive, because this is a collaboration. You can't do it on your own. So find peers to collaborate with. But also, and this is really important, this is not what I'm good at, but be patient, because it takes time. And so celebrate the small things.
Yeah, that small victories, make sure you celebrate those. Yeah. And also, of course, that's something that you could do with a team that you collaborate with to get more motivated and engaged.
Exactly. It's it's a long journey.
Yeah,
a fun one.
It's a marathon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's super great. Thank you so much for, sharing all these truly amazing and inspiring tips and tricks and advice, Sara. It was great to have you here on CX Minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And with that, it's a wrap. And we thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.